All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the WSO Show. My name is Zane Miller, and of course, as always, we got Frank the Tank Schwartz, and I promise I never get tired of saying that. So I'm just glad that you're okay with me saying it all the time because that's just how I like to introduce you.
Hey, that is absolutely fine. Fine
So
and fun.
yeah. So what we've got here on the menu is actually something similar to the previous review that we did. It's actually called Lightning. It's by Chris Ramsey. And for those of you who know about us on the WSO show, how we're such big geeks of Chris Ramsey and his products, this was one of those products that when he told me about it, I went, I need to get my hands on it because all of my content teaches you how to get and attract leads to your channel and then to get them on a list. But Chris actually takes it a step further in List Lightning and actually trains you on how to train your list, how to get them to start taking small actions that lead to purchases later. And the biggest eye-opener for me was that he strongly encourages not to just hit people all the time with offers. Now, I believe that, but he says that you need to stay in contact with your list every day. So he gives you different ways to stay in contact with your list, but not always give offers and give a lot of value, which again helps train them. And every single email program, course, whatever, always focuses on getting the email list. But then you've got the email list, and then you start hitting them over and over and over again with offers, and suddenly that email list doesn't want to hear anything from you. And I've experienced that myself before. I've had some serious life lessons when it comes to email marketing, and it's not like it used to be. You can't just amass a huge number of emails and just start blasting them with offers and make all this money. I mean, yeah, 10 years ago you used to, but not anymore. And it's starting to get more sophisticated, and which is why, again, I like List Lightning so much because, I mean, right there on his sales page, he says 157 new emails in 48 hours or less. And he shows you the entire process of how to get them as well as train them once you've got them. And it's like a nice full system. In addition to that, he also gives you a very high converting squeeze page. So I mean, he gives you all the pieces, shows you how to use them, and also how to train the people so that you yourself can start making money. And it's a fantastic system. I can't stop geeking out about it, and I'm not even finished with the whole thing.
So you got a review copy beforehand?
Well, I was asking him. I actually asked him on Friday. I said, "Hey, can you hook me up?" And he was busy. I mean, he's got a lot of things going on. The guy's just a machine, right? So I just kind of twiddled my thumbs on Friday and Saturday, and I went, wait a second. I know Chris Ramsey has really good products, and I really enjoy them, and I know that you'll enjoy them too. So I just went ahead and bought the front end offer and the OTO. Now the front end offer, it's still on a dime sale right now, but I think I got it for like $12.80.
Oh,
Like, it was just stupid cheap, and it's one of those things. I don't know if there's many people promoting it right now because he just recently released it. But I mean, this there haven't been a lot of people jumping on this just yet. So I mean, this is one of those things that no one else is using right now. So I mean, it gives you a benefit to get that extra information and start moving fast because there's techniques in here that he says, well, there's some people that are doing this, but this technique might not work for very long because it'll get oversaturated in like 4 or 5 months. So I mean, things like that you want to learn now so you can start leveraging those techniques, and by the time those get oversaturated, you're moving on to the next technique, and you've already built a great massive list. So some of the different things that he goes over, like things like having 3 questions in your email, like, are you frustrated with SEO? Do you want to rank higher on Google? Do you want to, 3 questions that start getting that unconscious nodding going, and then that leads to a higher conversion rate. Those kinds of things. He talks about pre-selling and telling a story. And another really cool thing, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, Frank, but it's a really cool technique where it's just like the email starts and you start describing what's going on, and it's basically meant for your most interested fans, and you have this like, in a rush, And like basically, if you're in a rush, just click this and you can go to the sales page, because you and I both know that this is something you'll probably be interested in. And in fact, he says that the click-through rate jumps exponentially when you have something like that, the in a rush sort of thing. So I mean, lots and lots of really, really cool things here.
I know that when certain people, you know, like I've said, I'm a big Anthony Aries guy. When he says, hurry up and grab my bonus, there's only so many left. I know that I'm on a list of probably 100,000 people. So by the time I got that thing, I've got to fight all these people to get over there to grab that bonus. So I don't wait till the end. As soon as I see a link on there, I'm always clicking. And then, like, he'll come in with the video, and I'm clicking past that to get to the, you know, I want the PayPal button so I can get this thing so I don't miss. I've sent emails to, you know, different people and gone, I got your bonus. I was the first one, you know. I did a review, you know, and all this stuff. So, yeah, no, that sounds like an awesome trick there. We'll have to start using this.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I can definitely tell any of you that are going to be or already are on the list, you'll be seeing a lot of these same techniques, because I was really impressed with them. Not because they're not gimmicky things; they're things that you go, oh, okay, that's clever. And people who are reading the email or the subject lines, they're not going to be turned off by it. So it's effective, but not obtrusive.
You can't fluff it. I mean, so you'll be, well, I guess you'll be outed if you aren't genuine with how you're using this process.
Yeah, that would be an accurate description for that. And even when I was listening to the content, I put it on. I put the video on, and then I mostly listen to it because I'm usually drawing on my whiteboard or I'm scribbling notes. So that's usually I'm listening to it. But when I was listening to it, I heard them talking about the simple fact that you can't abuse the list. It's not a good idea. And furthermore, I've never met a guy that's more into testing the effectiveness of emails and whatnot. Also, Chris Ramsey is a programmer, so he kind of understands how all these pieces work and why, like, if your autoresponder doesn't work and why it's not, you know, coded correctly, he can go, oh, okay, it's because of this. Or there was a couple techniques that he was talking about. He's like, well, now don't use brackets here because Google will get confused with this or that. I mean, really, really simple things that he says, do this, and if needs be, he can even explain it to you, but he doesn't need to. But that gives me a sense of security, knowing that, okay, well, if I wanted to, I could ask, and he would give me the reason why this thing that he says, even beyond his own testing, because he does gobs of testing, but even beyond that, he can give you the programming reason of why XYZ works, why it does, beyond even his own testing. And he's very, very finicky about what he teaches in his content. There's even a couple points where he said, now I can't really go into this other part because I haven't fully tested it and I don't feel comfortable saying that this is a technique that you should be doing. So again, I've got gobs of notes here, but basically to start wrapping up this review, it breaks down into 3 chunks. It's the building your list with getting fast and cheap traffic. Yes, he recommends doing paid traffic, but he also has free traffic as well. But he says if you want it building fast, here is some fast, cheap traffic that will be effective traffic. So building the list, and then of course training your list. And he's got 3 pillars that he goes over to start training your list and different techniques of how to do that. And of course, finally, he wraps it up with how to start selling items to your list, so you can comfortably move forward and go, okay, this is when I need to start making offers to my list, and I know they'll buy because I've done these other things that train them. And he takes you through all those things, and I do believe he also has a webinar that he's going to be creating specifically for this product and teach you even more. I don't know if it's even more techniques or if it's a review, but either way, it's going to be time where you can sit down with him on a webinar and really get, you know, straight from the horse's mouth what's going on. So that's pretty much the long and short of it. Now, is there anything else you wanted to add before we go, Frank?
No. I did want to mention one thing on the WSOaftershow.com.
Mm-hmm.
There is a tab when people are over there, not on our review pages because we've blacked out any of the links because we don't want too much confusion. But at the bottom in the footer, there's a main link that you can go to and go looking around. If you guys could visit our sponsors, check out, the list is growing. These are people who support us so that we can do this on a daily basis. And, you know, yes, we get paid for these reviews through you buying the product, but as you can tell, we don't hit you with a bunch of these. Well, guess somebody should have shut their phone off. We don't hit you with a bunch of these that are just cheapo things. We actually look into them, like Zane just spent the weekend going over Chris's product. We work with the last product that we did with Lead Rocket. We work with these. But we make our money off of what our sponsors are able to help us with. And we have a sponsor page. And you don't have to go look for it, but if you come across it or whatever, click on the link, go check out what they're offering, whatever their new discount is, and we'd really appreciate it. And that's it for me, buddy. Obviously, somebody wants to get a hold of me.
Well, yeah, and again, we to reiterate a little bit of what Frank was saying, we do get paid if you buy something. We're not getting paid just to do the reviews. We're getting paid if you say, hey, yeah, that's interesting, and you go and you click on the links. And so, again, just a quick overview of that. Yeah, again, please come over to the site, WSOaftershow.com. Check it out, peruse around. We've got lots of ways you can interact with us and ask questions and give us feedback.
It's growing. It's not finished yet. It's still growing.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're in the growing stages, but we're seeing there's a lot of demand. There's a lot of people who are digging our show, and we couldn't be happier about it. So, of course, this is us being able to do this every day, and I mean, personally, I feel like I'm living the dream. I love talking about information products and how they help businesses overall. And the reason for it is because people like you who value our opinion and check out the products and even purchase, we get paid from that. But we want to also be very open and transparent with you that that's how we make money. That's our bread and butter. So, if you want to support the show, then support your own business and get some products that we recommend. And, of course, give us some comments down below. Give us the thumbs up, share it around through Facebook and whatnot. Get the word out that the WSO show is here to stay. And I don't know, anything else, Frank?
That's it, my man. I gotta answer phone calls.
Right. All right. Well, once again, it's List Lightning by Chris Ramsey. Be sure and check it out in the link below, and we will see you in the next video. See ya.